This is Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Duty in a Google search for my site. This is Ubereats. I my most recent delivery was more than a month ago. I had one today, and it's a story of pain and suffering, and I will say more about that in a minute. Before I share my screen, this device above me, I can't find. Here we go. This is a plastic material that's like PVC, but it's called PEX. And that, once I get my fabric that I ordered yesterday, that's going to be a sign that says DHL. So I am turning this mobile office that I have into a mobile authorized ship. That's it's something I'm excited about. It's a project I'm working on. It happens to be in this frame, but I am going to tie it back in a minute. So now I share my screen. Is that to everyone? Is that to everyone? Screen share. Share. Okay. Here is what I put on Instagram in the last, well, as a product of today. And I'll start here with this is totally awesome. I now have, look at that, 4 people who have used my code and registered. And this is great, right? Well, it is and it isn't. Mohammed was months ago, probably before the summer. And that needs to basically means he needs to do something. It says he needs to complete registration, but I think that means he needs to complete registration and do the minimum deliveries. It has no mention of dollars with Mohammed, but yet Nick, Nicholas and Tenora have very attractive $300 and $200, which means for some reason they are part of a promotion and I would get paid more for recruiting them. Now, Keisha is like Mohammed. Now, the difference is Keisha is fresh. So, since Mohammed seems, from my perspective, seems to be sitting still for multiple months, and Keisha is only days old, Keisha might earn something for me sooner than Mohammed. Nicholas and Tenora seem to be stalled also, but you know what? It's been summertime, so maybe people kind of start on their own. So I will address all 4 of you specifically: Mohammed, Nicholas, Tenora, and Keisha. Because you used my code, I have your phone number and your email. Now, 2 of you use the message system with that phone number on WhatsApp, so I will ping you a link, and the other 2, I will probably text you a link. I don't know you people, and or at least I don't think I do. And I think you only know me as a blogger and as an Uber Eats, as a YouTuber, and you don't know me either in a traditional sense. So by me using the email and the phone number that's been given to me, I feel like a spammer. So I'm going to do modest spamming, and it includes after this. Please forgive me if you're bothered. Uh, Back to Instagram. So here's I messed around with Instagram a little bit today, and I posted pictures together. So here's the one delivery I did. Look at this. I made, I can't do the math quickly. I made 75 cents and 81. That's something with a 6. So that's 156. That's about $3. $3 and less than a dime. So $3. I get it doubled. by adding the boost. Now, that's not a coincidence. The boost was probably times two. So this adds up to that. I end up making double because I was in the boost. That was my only delivery. And I have a screen on that that shows, as I mentioned, the pain and suffering. Already, I'm off track. Listeners, I this is I thought this was kind of cool. This is taken in an elevator. That's my face in the distance. I'm looking into the corner of a mirrored elevator. Both walls were mirrored. Not all the way. If the entire elevator is mirrored, it's disorienting to get in an elevator like that. I've been in a New York City elevator like that. This is not one of them, but I did picture into the corner. This on my listeners. If you're doing Uber Eats, walking or bicycling, putting a phone holder on your strap is a great idea. I borrowed it from someone. It's just fantastic. The phone always seems to be in the right place. And this is my name tag, which didn't come out very well. That was after I was in the elevator leaving the luxury high rise after my first delivery. Just a note on this, by the way, I deliver the food to a young black man, and it was prepared by a Jewish business. Now, this is right near B&H, which is a famously Hasidic-run business. So the whole neighborhood is very Jewish. However, I go into this wings place, which is kind of like, I'd expect a sports bar to be, and I didn't expect it to be a Jewish-owned business. However, it is, and the cash register man was wearing a yarmulke. So then I go deliver the food to a young black man. So this is one of the cool things about tech. Is a young black man going to call Caucasian, middle-aged, university, decades ago, university graduate man and say, hey, Tom, will you go get me some chicken wings from the Jewish merchant down the street? These social connections in a traditional sense would never happen. But yet I'm very happy to provide the service. And the man is hungry. He doesn't want to leave his apartment. He's living in a lovely apartment. He certainly has the money to pay for me to deliver it. And the Jewish guy's killing it. This is I wish I would have thought, because, do they have a menuza at the door and is it kosher? I would think the answer is yes and yes, but I didn't check. But anyway, so this trio of Tom Duty, young black man, he's like a millennial, professional, living on 42nd Street in a beautiful high rise on the 42nd floor. And then the Jewish merchant was also young. Let's go get this middle-aged guy to take food from chicken wing place to the high rise. It's absolutely out of the question. It's never going to happen, only with the advent of tech. So I thought it was fun to think of it in those terms. And I just posted these using an Instagram feature I had never used before, which is post multiple at a time, and now I can't find them, and I'm really pissed. So maybe they're here. They're not. So this is a real disappointment. That's the same one I did before, and that gets me just listeners. This icon right here is supposed to mean that I posted multiple, and I posted exactly 10. Oh, maybe they're just kills me. Why aren't they here? Well, I can get them. Listeners, I'm on a laptop, and this is a technical snafu. I headed into uncharted territory with using Instagram from a laptop with multiple posts, and now I can't find them. So I am right now going to my. Here they are. Yeah, one of 8. They are definitely here, but I just can't get. Oh, here they are. There they are. Here they are. I was using the wrong arrows. These other arrows on the far right and left go between posts. This is all on one post. So here's my one delivery. Here's a Jewish merchant selling chicken wings, probably kosher chicken wings. And here's young black millennial professional on the 42nd floor of a luxury high rise. This has turned into a very nice neighborhood. One of the buildings, not his, but across the street, somewhere in this area, up on the fifth floor, they have a gorgeous outdoor swimming pool. And I can see from the beach chairs, and then the building has, you know, murals that show pictures of the swimming pool. It's absolutely awesome. So this is a cool place to live, and you can even have a swimming pool, and not like one of these dinky urban pools. It looks like a fairly significant pool. This is my driver's profile. I have a total of 5 trips. Now, listeners, if you paid any attention to my past uh, delivery experience, you know I have quite a few more than 5, but 5 is my New York account. This is a new account for me. And here is what I did today. This is pain and suffering. 6 hours and 16 minutes. I get 1 trip. Disaster. I got to figure out why that's happening. The reason I showed this PVC circle, this merchant thing, well, I can't sit around for 6 hours waiting for 1 trip. Well, yes, I can if I have something productive to do. Time will tell if my new plan is going to work. So how am I going to fix this? I've proved to myself that it is broken. My walking account just isn't getting the delivery. So I make the time. I go over to Queens and I talk to a Uber Pro, or I rent a bike over in the city, and I flip over to my bicycle account and I see if I get more jobs. But I just think the app is like showing priority for bicycles, and walkers like me are getting close to nothing. So, listeners, if you're listening and you know what I'm saying here, this is less than $1 an hour. This is oh no, that's less than a no, I made $6 in 6 hours. It's less than $1 an hour. Yeah, 612, six. Yeah, that's less than $1 an hour, and I don't even pay taxes on it. So anyways, I got to fix that. I got to find out what's going on. If whatever, I got to deal with my downtime. The DHL, my mobile thing, is a gig that might help me fix it that way. I got to talk to an Uber Pro, or I got to rent a bicycle. Time will tell what I do. Maybe all 3 of them. Here's my career to date deliveries with my New York account, and aren't bad. I mean, today I get $6 for an easy delivery. It's totally cool. It's a Sunday. I'm talking to my cousin. My phone goes off. I said, "Gotta go, cuz," and I go. I get my chicken wings. I take it to 42nd Street, and I get $6. It's totally awesome. I wasn't doing anything. Why not just like walk around in the city? Uh, these are this is what I was in 1.3 times. That was during the dinner hour when I got 0 deliveries. And then here's a times 2. For some reason, I got times 2. I must have started down here. I must have been in this zone when I started, because 1.8 is not what I got. I got 2 times. And this is Manhattan. Listeners, this is the island of Manhattan, and this is the green space in Central Park. This wide blue over here is the Hudson River, and this is the East River. This right here is the Lincoln Tunnel. That's what this curvy road is. That's the road coming in from the Lincoln Tunnel into Manhattan, and that's me and that's it. So, listeners, once again, I've done this a couple of times. I've had time online and I've gotten 0 jobs, but it was like an hour here and an hour there over the course of the summer. So this New York account is new for me. I only have 5 deliveries. I should have, if I had been getting jobs, I might have been doing more of it. I should be up in the neighborhood of 30 by now, and I'm only at 5. So there's a problem, and I got to somehow reconcile that problem. This has been Tom Duty, middle-aged American living in New Jersey near the Lincoln Tunnel. If you were to visit my website, you would type Howdy Doody into Google. You'll find the correct spelling of the famous puppet. You then combine Tom Doody in a Google search for my site. Listener's picture right there, DHL. And I'll be sitting on the bucket that I'm sitting on now, and it'll say DHL over my head. I'll be sitting in a public area like Port Authority Bus Terminal or Penn Station or Grand Central Terminal, or maybe some other place. And so that might be, this is unrelated, independent, but in my thinking, this DHL gig could help me cope with the downtime. So then I really don't have to fix anything with Uber. I just have a productive thing to do during my downtime. Thank you for listening. Have a good day, good evening, or restful night's sleep. Ciao.